Okay.
Set
I'm now
pictures.
recording and we'll go to picture 34.
Set
Okay.
of pictures, actually.
And you mean the number in the book? Yeah, 34 in the book. I
Yeah,
assume,
sure.
yeah, it will be this one, yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
I, I, I like this set. It's
Okay.
about our women's share. What do you call? Or burden, women's burden of women's
You can certainly
share.
say women's burden. Yeah, women's
Mhm.
burden. Share doesn't quite capture it if you mean their share of the work. Yeah, is that what you mean? Women's share of the
Mhm.
work, of the
No,
housework.
no.
Yeah.
Women carry the biggest share.
Oh, the
Actually.
women do the biggest, do more work at home. Yeah, do have a
Yeah.
bigger share of the housework. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, good.
So,
Let me get the
first,
picture back up.
a
Yeah.
woman cooks,
A woman takes.
a woman bakes.
Oh, okay, bakes or takes. I thought you said tooks. Go on. What
Ah,
did you say?
you mean this movement? Okay, takes a tray, not
Uh-huh.
tray,
Yeah, a
tray.
baking tray. It is. It's a baking tray. A baking tray.
hmm Out of the oven.
Good. Good.
Uh-huh. And then she washes.
Good. Okay, then she washes something. Yeah, washes clothes maybe
Uh, so in a old-fashioned way,
in an
because
old-fashioned way. Yeah, definitely. Very good. Very good.
uh-huh. Now uh, she washes, no, cleans a window.
Well, usually we do say washes the window. She washes the window. She cleans the window.
Really?
No, you can say she cleans. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, window cleaner. Yeah, she cleans the window. Sorry. She cleans the window. She washes the window.
uh, clean,
I think she looks
in
at
a
it from a
traditional way.
from a dangerous position, I would say, from a precarious position.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say precarious when somebody is about to
Uh,
fall out or fall over or fall off something, then they're in a precarious position.
uh, position. Yeah.
Good.
If she lives on the first floor, it's okay.
Yes. Yeah,
On
I
the
agree.
basement floor, because you have different position of floors in
Yeah,
with
I mean, it depends who you're talking to. Some
farm.
people say first floor is ground floor, but yeah, I know what you mean, that sometimes ground floor, then first floor is second floor. It depends.
Mhm. Then she does the ironing,
Good.
and next to her there is a basket with linen.
Good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a laundry basket.
A laundry basket.
Yeah,
Mhm.
basket with linen is good, but a laundry
A
basket.
laundry. Mhm. She doesn't stop doing chores, and she
Good.
mops the floor. This is mop.
Good. Yeah, that's to mop, definitely.
Mhm. Uh-huh. And next, she helps children with the Christmas decorations. No?
Good. Yeah, she helps the children with the Christmas decorations. Good.
Mhm. Uh, Here she carries presents home.
Good.
Mhm. The, then she wraps them.
Good. Usually, so we say she wraps them up,
She
wraps up
wraps
the
them up.
presents. Yeah, wrap up the
Uh-huh.
presents.
While the children peek or
Yeah,
which word?
both good there. They're peeping, they're peeking. I would normally say peeking into the room, but peeping is good as well. You can
Uh-huh.
peep into the room as well. They are peeking into the room.
Uh-huh. And now she uh, put the deck, or she decorates a Christmas tree.
Yeah, she decorates the tree. She puts up the decorations. You normally put up the decorations, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she decorates the tree is good.
Mm-hmm. And her children help her.
Good.
Here she cooks, or maybe she lays the table. She's going to lay the table.
Good. Yeah, she's preparing the food. She's going to lay the table, but yeah, she's cutting some of the food in the kitchen first, cutting it up.
Mhm. Finally, when all her family is ready to celebrate, she's exhausted.
Good. She's too exhausted to celebrate, yeah, to party.
It's too exhausted to part.
Excellent. Yeah, she's too exhausted to celebrate, too exhausted to party. And so what is
Mhm.
she doing?
Uh, she's half lying on the chair
Yeah,
in the armchair.
yeah, she's reclining in the armchair. She's reclining.
Reclining.
She's lying back in the armchair. You can certainly say lying
Ah,
back as well.
she's drowsing. Yeah.
Drowsy is usually when you are a little bit sleepy, perhaps because
Look,
um,
look something from her mouth. It shows us that she's sleeping, no?
I think so. Yeah, I think it shows that she's sleeping. I agree. Drowsy, though, is not sleeping, but you feel like you want to sleep. And I
Ah,
think it's usually after you've taken some kind of drug or tranquilizer that you feel drowsy.
ah.
Medicine, for example, medicine makes you feel drowsy. There are lots of different types of tablets, and it will say side effects, drowsiness. Very often it's written on medicines as a side effect, drowsiness,
Mhm.
because a lot of different medicines are tranquilizers or, yeah, they often do cause that kind of thing, drowsiness.
When you are reading about some pills, they can warn you these pills cause drowsiness, right?
Yes, certainly.
Ah,
Very often, drowsiness, fatigue is very similar to drowsiness, fatigue. But I mean, fatigue is tired and drowsy is sleepy. So there is a difference. There is a difference. But yeah,
mhm.
it's a common side effect of different medicines. I suppose some types of tea might make you a little bit drowsy because there's something inside the tea that makes you feel drowsy. Yeah.
Coffee
Not
has the
usually,
same
yeah.
on
Coffee
some
usually
people.
makes me feel alert, and so it's normally the opposite to drowsy. Although for some people, I think at different times in the day, yeah, it can actually make you feel drowsy. It
Mhm.
depends when. Okay, excellent. Keep going. You've got a few more minutes. Keep going on to. Do you have another one that you would like to do?
No, let's go on
Yeah,
with
go on to
this.
the next one. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just move down here, and it's also very Christmassy, as you can see.
Yeah, the Christmas is approaching.
Christmas is approaching.
So here I didn't get why there is a mom with a child, but a man is carrying a Christmas tree. Huh?
Yeah,
What is
so in the first picture, there's a mother with a child and there's Santa
uh,
Claus. In the second picture, maybe it's
that?
mum, maybe it's
No,
dad, I'm not sure.
it looks like the same child, judging by the scarf, but
Good.
it's not his mom, but some man.
It looks like a man, yeah, perhaps it's her husband.
Ah, maybe. Uh-huh. Oh, what do you call this calendar?
Yeah, it's a calendar, Christmas calendar. Exactly.
Chris.
Yeah.
What might a child do with this calendar? Just
They open the doors each and every day when every day there's a new door to open, and usually nowadays there's a chocolate behind the door. But it depends. If you buy a Lego calendar, there could be a little piece of Lego behind there as well, like a toy. And
mm,
so each and every day of December they get a little present. That's the idea, that when they
mm,
wake up, okay, it's the 5th of December, so I open door number 5 and then I take out
mm.
my present.
I
I
see.
remember my kids liked the Lego ones because they actually got a toy then and they could put it. My son likes Lego anyway. And so yeah, that they were good ones for the kids. They're more expensive,
Mm.
but
And
lots of different types of calendars now.
I see. And here the child with his father maybe are making something, makes something,
They're
makes
making
up
something. Yeah, they're making something.
some decorations
I
maybe.
think so. Yeah, but looking at what happens in a later picture, yeah, I think they are
Ah.
making decorations. Very good.
It was strange to me to see that this child is cooking
It was strange for me to see. Yeah,
for
it was
me.
strange for me
For
to
me.
see
Mhm.
that the
Mhm.
child was cooking.
What it's difficult. Sometimes you use two, sometimes you use four. What is the difference? Which
So, I
one?
mean, when you're using it was adjective, For me, I think it will always be four. Yeah, it was strange for me. It was nice for me. It was, if you start with it was, yeah, it was wonderful for me. It was
Oh.
weird for me. Yeah, all of those adjectives would work with four if you start with it was.
If another sentence like, to me, it's okay.
No, for me, it is okay. And again, it's
For
because
me.
you've got, yeah, because you've got it is and then a form of adjective, okay. I mean, okay means fine. It is fine. Yeah, for me.
Mm,
And so really you've got the same structure because it doesn't matter if it's is or was. It doesn't matter if it's past or present. Yeah, it is strange for me. It was strange for me. And it is okay for me. For me,
mm.
it is okay. Yeah, it's the same structure.
I think I've come across to me, maybe these were different constructions.
Yeah, it won't have started with it was. I mean, tell me, because I'm sure there are some, but it won't have been it was. It'll be a different structure in the sentence.
No, it was not completely different structure. It was close to this. Oh, okay. Maybe if I come across, I will show you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think of one myself when it's
Mhm.
too like, happy to me or interesting to me to him. It was interesting to him. There are some, but it's definitely not with it was. It can't start like that. It will be a different
Mhm.
starting.
Okay, okay, let's go on then.
Okay, so what's the little boy doing? He's helping with the cooking. What is he doing exactly?
It's dough, right?
Good,
Dough,
it's dough, and he
dough,
is rolling
uh,
the dough. Yeah, he is rolling
rolling
the
the
dough.
dough. Mhm.
Yeah,
So,
excellent.
Dave, we agreed to use present simple when we are describing the set of pictures. Which one to use?
Okay, yeah, when it's a number of pictures. Okay, so if you're telling it as a story, if you're describing one particular picture, then you probably will use present continuous. But if you're telling it as a story, you say, okay, the little boy meets Santa Claus in the first picture.
Mhm.
He is with his mother. Then he goes to buy a Christmas tree. He goes with his father to buy a Christmas tree. They
Mm,
buy a Christmas tree. He opens the door on the Christmas calendar. Then he makes decorations with his dad and rolls the dough with his mum. You see, it depends on whether you're telling it as a story. But if you're talking about one particular picture in the story, then you can go on to present continuous.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got it from the last classes, but
If you want it to sound like one thing, then the next thing, then the next thing, it must be
Mhm,
simple and not continuous.
mhm.
Yeah.
The picture is okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So,
And in the next picture, he wants to open the
yeah.
present.
Yeah. Good. But it's too early according to the calendar.
According. And his father
187.
prevents
Park
him
Royal,
from
Central
doing it.
Middlesex Hospital.
Good. Can I mute that? I think somebody's phone is going there. Yeah, absolutely. He wants to look at the present early. Very good. Wait, let me put
Mhm,
this up. Um, where was it? There it is. So he wants to look at his present early. He tries to open the present secretly.
mhm. No, his dad rushes up to him.
Good. Yeah, rushes over to him, rushes up to him, comes
Mhm.
over to him, comes up to him to
No,
stop him.
to stop him. Uh, Here they decorate the Christmas tree.
Good.
Ah, his dad looks a bit cautious, right? Cautious.
Cautious. I wouldn't say cautious. I wouldn't say he's being careful. He looks a bit worried, anxious. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
concerned.
No, he doesn't want his child to cut himself, maybe.
Okay, okay, yeah. Concerned, then I would say
To
it's good.
to to injure himself.
Yeah, to cut himself. I think injure sounds a little bit harsher, but yeah, he doesn't want his son to cut
It,
himself.
it it depends on the wound.
It does, but
Yeah.
injure, I mean, I would normally say he's injured when it's a little
Uh-huh.
bit more than just a paper cut or something like
Okay.
that.
hmm Uh, in this picture, the child is looks angry or
Yeah, looks miserable. I agree, looks
miserable.
miserable.
Yeah.
Okay, a little bit faster because I want to move on to Celine now.
Move on to where? Sorry.
Move on to Celine, now the next student. So quick. Last three
Okay,
pictures.
okay. And at the dinner table, he won't eat. Can I?
Good. Yeah, he won't eat.
He won't eat, and he starts at a tantrum. At the tantrum.
He has a temper tantrum. Yeah, he has a tantrum. He throws a tantrum.
Throws a tantrum.
Good.
Judging by the doctor by his side, we can say that he come up with the flu, maybe.
He's come down with flu.
He's
come down with
it.
flu. Yeah, and you don't need to say the before flu. He's come down with flu. Okay, excellent. Very good for that picture. Let's move now on to Celine. Yeah, are you still there, Celine? Can you hear us? I'm going to ask you to unmute.
Yes.
Hello.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, it's all clear. You're coming through
Wonderful.
loud and clear. So which
Wonderful.
picture would you like to do? Have you chosen one for today?
No, I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, it's okay.
On the next one, I didn't know how to
You can always
choose.
you can download this book from the Grammar Shed. It's there on the on lots of different posts. Yeah. I mean, I can just put it. I don't know if I can put it on the chat here actually, but it probably is a way. But which if you just carry on then to
That one should be great with all the toys and everything.
I wanted one not about Christmas, just for something different, if I'm honest. I was just looking for something different. This one's quite funny. What can you see here in the first picture?
So on the first picture, I can see a lady sitting on the table.
At the table, a lady sitting at the table. Yeah, on
Maybe
the table means on the table. It means here.
Over the table. Okay.
Yep.
So she's sitting at the table,
Exactly.
maybe a Western table, and there's a waiter who is beginning to serve her with maybe something to drink. It looks like a tea or a coffee.
Good.
On the second one, it looks like they are talking together. Oh no, it's someone else.
Yeah, it's not the waiter.
Oh yes.
He's got a moustache, and so it's a different guy.
A different guy with the mustache. Maybe the guy she's waiting for just arrived, and he's saying hello, probably. And on the third one, he indeed sit with her and share the table with her, but he's making a comment. He is asking the waiter what he wants to take to have.
Yeah, so he is ordering something. He's ordering
he's
something.
Ordering something.
Yeah, he's ordering something.
He's ordering something. On the fourth picture, we can see two little boys playing. They're not playing together. It's the same one, and we see different period of time. So
Good.
the little child is playing with a ball. And he's even kicking the ball under the table where the two adults are seated at. And
where the two adults are seated, you could say the two adults are seated. Yeah, it's a slightly different verb, are seated.
Where the two adults are.
Sometimes people say are sat, they do, but I think that technically it should be are seated, where the two adults are seated, or are sitting, where the two adults are sitting.
Sitting, yeah, because we're describing the picture right now.
Good.
And on the sixth one, we can see the child going under the table, probably to look after his left ball.
Not look after, to look.
To look after is when you take care of a child, so it's not
exactly.
To look
for his ball. Yeah, to look for his ball.
To look for his ball. And we're not sure if he's finding it or not. It doesn't look like he's finding it, because on the next few pictures, we can see no balls. We can see legs, the legs of the lady, the man's legs as well.
Good.
And he finally touched the lady's leg.
So he's touching the lady's leg here.
He's even hanging
He
Until
hangs onto her leg. Yeah, he
hangs.
hangs onto. Very
He
good. He
hangs
hangs
on.
onto her leg. I agree. That's what he's doing. He's climbing up or standing up and he hangs onto her leg. Good.
So hardly then a few pictures later, we can understand that the lady thought that the man she was meeting was touching her legs with his own legs.
Good.
And the child disappeared. So she has no probe that it was a child. She's
She has
left
no clue. Yeah, she doesn't have a
clue.
clue. Yeah,
A
she doesn't have
clue.
an. She doesn't have the foggiest idea. She doesn't have a clue. Yeah,
Yeah.
she doesn't have a clue that it's the child, that it was the child, or was the little
Yeah.
boy.
Exactly. Thanks. So she has no clue that it was the little boy. So she's left thinking that it must be that man. And she seemed to be very unhappy because she slapped or she's slapping his face on the picture.
Yeah, she slapped him in the face, or she slapped his face. You can just say she slapped his face, or
She
we often
slapped
say
his
she
face.
slapped him in the face. I think we very often put it like that. She slapped him round the face or in the face. In fact, round, I think, is even common. Round the cheek. She slapped him round the cheek. Yeah.
One the face, one the cheek. So she's pretty unhappy
Yes, she's not
about that.
happy. Certainly, she is offended. Excellent. Okay, come on to the next one. You've got something slightly different here.
We can see a lady laying down on the grass,
Good.
sleeping. It looks like she's sleeping, and there's a man next to her, beside her, looking at her, and then suddenly deciding to leave
Good.
her
Good.
on the ground, and for picking flowers. So we can see on the third picture that he's picking up flowers for her.
We just say picking flowers, actually. We don't even use the
No,
up with flowers. You just say he's picking flowers. You don't usually say up with flowers, and that's strange. I agree, it's illogical. Everything else you would say he's picking something up. He's picking up his pen, or he's picking up his mobile phone if he's dropped it. But with flowers, we say picking flowers. You know, we say picking mushrooms as well. And so I suppose it's when it's lots of them and they're on the floor. When there are lots and lots of them, we just say picking. So
Okay,
picking
good to
mushrooms, picking
know.
flowers.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. So he's picking flowers, probably
Good.
for her. However, there's someone coming, and that someone is not a human. So we can see an animal.
Which animal?
I'm trying to find it out in English.
Begins with
A
a
bull?
B.
No.
A bull. Yeah, a bull.
bull.
A bull. Good.
A bull is suddenly coming and following him.
Good. Good.
It doesn't mention that there's a bull behind him, so he's still
He doesn't
happily.
notice. Yeah, he doesn't
He doesn't
notice.
notice.
Good.
So he's still happily picking the flowers. And when he arrives at the calm, relaxed lady, he's followed by that bull.
Good.
And the lady immediately sees the bull and is panicking.
And panics. Yeah, and panics. If you're saying the next thing in the story, so she sees
Okay.
him. It's because you said she sees him. Yeah, then she sees him and he panics. Yeah,
And
she
so
sees the ball.
she panics, so present simple.
Yeah, she sees the ball and then panics. She sees
and
the
then
ball.
panics. Oh, she even faint.
Good. She faints. She passes out. Yeah, she faints.
She passes out even. She's so panicked that she passes out. And still there, the man hasn't noticed the ball behind him. So
Good.
he's wondering what's happening. And she suddenly came the opposite of passes out. She
Go on. She
suddenly
suddenly came. You're right with that verb, but then we need a preposition. She suddenly came. There's two
back.
correct answers. Go on.
Came back. I don't know.
No, we are unlucky. She suddenly came to, or she suddenly
to.
came round. You can say came
round.
round as well. Both are correct. They're exactly the same, synonymous, and they both mean regained. She suddenly regained consciousness. Yeah, that's the longer way of saying it. And it's, of course, it's more formal saying it like that. She regained consciousness. But we normally say she suddenly came to, she suddenly came round. We do usually use the phrasal verbs.
Wonderful. And the end of the story is that the ball has disappeared.
Yeah.
So,
And with all the flowers, yeah, the bull, I think it
oh yeah,
ate all the flowers when he was there. So she doesn't even have
ah,
any flowers.
you're right. I had not noticed that. Wonderful. So,
Okay, very good, very good. You've got
okay.
another one here. You've got a few minutes left. You've got 4 minutes left. See
Okay.
if you can do this one quickly in 4 minutes. Yep.
Um, okay, so there's a lady passing by two men with her uh,
Passing by
uh,
doesn't usually have an object. There is a lady passing by, or there is a lady walking past two men. Yeah, I
walking
would.
past two men.
Yeah,
So passing by without anything else,
yeah,
passing by.
no object with passing by. We just
Oh,
usually say, yeah, something passes you by, or So yeah, you can say it passed me by, passed somebody by. So she passes them by. I'm not sure actually. I'm really not sure, but she passes by or she walks past two men.
so she walked past two men with something in her arm, which I can't remember the name. That's the thing she puts on her, like uh, a dressing gown,
Good,
but
like
it's
a
a
dressing gown.
short
Yeah,
one,
it
kind of
does. It does
dressing.
look like that. Yeah, some kind of beach jacket or a
Yeah,
towel
beach
jacket.
jacket, and she puts her swimming costume on.
Good,
Uh, she may want to go and swim, and all the men are looking at her,
good,
happily looking at her, and she seemed to be proud of that.
good.
Um,
Yeah, she seems to be enjoying the attention. She
yeah,
does. She enjoys the attention.
she's enjoying the intention. Then I'm not too sure. They may even share something and talk together. I'm not sure if they're
Good,
talking together, but suddenly she goes into the water.
good,
But she comes out of the water pretty dirty, like if she had some mud all over her.
good,
And
good.
the men seem more than surprised, a bit disgusted
Good.
even.
And yeah, that is the right word to use here. The men look a little bit disgusted. Sorry,
Disgusted.
disgusted. The men do get disgusted. Or they look, yeah, revolted, disgusted. She's a little bit revolting now. She's covered in mud. And
She's
so,
covered
yeah,
in mud.
yeah,
Covered
and
in.
we often use covered in as well. Sometimes it's with, but I think in is more natural, especially for liquids. Covered in water, covered in blood, covered in mud. Okay, very good. That's
Beautiful.
excellent. Excellent for that one. Any other words that you can think of that are appropriate for this one? There isn't so much in this story, I must admit. It's quite a simple story. I mean, for example, what kind of shoes is she wearing at the start that she takes off
High
here?
heel. High
Good,
heel
excellent.
shoes.
Yeah, I think she's wearing heels. Yeah, and you're right, high heels.
High heel
Excellent. Yeah,
shoes.
and swimming costume. I don't really think there's many other words you can take from that one. Okay, well, we'll stop there then with Selena. Well done, though. That was fantastic. Really, really good. Let's move on to user's iPhone 3. I don't know if this is Alina or Rodica. Let me ask you to unmute. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Are you
Yes,
Alina or Rodica? Who are you?
Rodica. I didn't notice that my name isn't here. It's
It's not on here.
Rodica.
Yeah, it's not on here. It was on my
I need to update
website.
it. Okay.
You were one of the people that said you were coming today, and I remember it was Rodica or Alina. I haven't just guessed your name. I have been
Okay.
told. So, would you like to just go on to the next picture, or have you chosen one? I don't know if you've already downloaded these pictures.
No, I haven't chosen one. So any would be great. Like, I
Okay,
don't
well,
mind.
yeah, try the next one. Come on to the next one. You can see it already. This one, so it's another one at the beach. Who do you think this is?
So there is a gentleman,
Uh-huh.
smartly dressed.
Good. Excellent.
Not really appropriate probably for the beach. And
Good. Good.
women are looking surprised at
Good.
him.
Good.
So he's strutting down.
Good. Yeah, I agree. He is strutting. He's strutting to the beach to strut. Yeah, I think it's just one T actually, but yeah, he is strutting to the beach. Excellent. A type of
uh,
walking very proudly and very, yeah, very much with a straight back.
Yeah, and the next picture, next scene, he's sat down on the beach, very graciously, elegantly.
Graciously, elegantly, yeah, I would say he looks prim and proper. This
Okay.
guy, I've put this before. It's a binomial. I mean, it's a two-part expression with an and in the middle. That's all I mean. Like cheap and cheerful. We have a lot of phrases where you have the noun and noun, and here or adjective and adjective, and he looks very prim and proper, and it just describes that kind of person who looks really, really serious and very um, very much I'm trying to think of the right word, uh, well dressed and certainly very proud of himself. Prim and proper
With
here.
dignity.
Sorry,
Dignity.
with
Dignity.
dignity. Yeah, very dignified. Exactly. Extremely dignified. Oh, perhaps exaggeratingly, yeah, to an exaggerated proportion. More than dignified, yeah. Prim and proper.
Mhm.
Okay, good.
Um,
Keep going, Monica. Good.
yes. So the women, they're looking interested in him.
Uh-huh.
Um, and okay, next, see, he opened up his umbrella.
Good, yeah, excellent. I think it's a parasol. Sometimes we say parasol for when it's sun rather than rain.
Okay, parasol. And he got undressed.
Yeah, he got
And
undressed. He gets undressed. He undresses. You're right with he undresses as well. That's correct too. He undresses. I think that's good.
um and yeah, I see he's sitting in a weird position, and then I don't
I
know.
think he's hiding from the girls. I think
Okay.
I'm not sure. He wants to stay dignified, yeah, and prim and proper, and so he hides behind his parasol. He makes sure that they don't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Hands behind, and then he's awkwardly walking
good,
to, I don't know, to into the sea,
good.
or
Yeah.
and then the women came close, I mean, came to his pot or
Yeah, it came to his space on the beach. It came
space
to
on the
his,
beach,
yeah, his space.
and they're wondering what's that, what's the thing that he he has under the parasol.
Good. Yeah, I think. What do you think it is?
It looks like a box,
Uh-huh. And what are they doing with it here? Got a bit more of a clue
Camera.
here.
and now they're looking inside the box.
Uh-huh.
They
It's a
examining
camera.
it.
Good. Yeah, it's a camera. It's an
Camera.
old-fashioned camera. Yeah, it's an old-fashioned where you look down instead of you look like that. It's one of the old ones. Okay, and what are they doing?
So they trying to take yeah, they taking pictures.
Good. Yeah. What has she put on?
She put on the hat and the tie.
Good. Yeah. So she put on his clothes. Yeah.
Yeah, put on
For the
his
pictures.
clothes.
Good.
And when the man came back, he got dressed and left, walked out, left. And the women are in the background,
Good.
kind of laughing maybe,
Yeah, I
or
think you're
like
right. I think
have
yeah. Good. I think yeah, giggling or something like that.
giggling.
Giggling is laughing like there's a childish element in giggling, but maybe they're giggling behind because they've played a practical joke on him. What do you
Hmm.
think will happen when he gets home?
He's gonna find the pictures, probably, and
How do you think he will react?
he'll be um he won't be happy with
Yeah,
that.
you think he'll be disgusted? Yeah.
Disgusted.
Maybe he'll be excited. Maybe he'll be disgusted.
He'll be
Maybe
annoyed.
I think he'll definitely be embarrassed, and you can say absolutely mortified if you want really, really, really embarrassed. It's a very,
Hmm.
very strong embarrassed. He'll be absolutely mortified that they had taken pictures with his clothes, yeah, or I'm not sure. It depends on who exactly he is, but he looks very prim and proper. Okay, keep going. You've got plenty of time. You've got another 10 minutes. I'd like you to do that one's a bit boring, really. Perhaps we'll find one which is a bit more interesting. Stop me if you like the look of any of them.
Hmm.
There are lots and lots of different ones. Try this one.
Okay, yeah, this one. Okay, so the first thing, there's a woman sitting down on a bench and
Sitting on the bench, I would say,
sit,
not sitting down on a bench. Well,
yes,
I mean, you
sitting on a
can,
bench.
but that means she's in the middle of sitting down on the bench.
Mm-hmm. Sitting on the bench, and there are two men walking by, looking
Good.
looking at the woman, and they sat beside her.
Good. Yeah, one very close. Yeah, and one not so close.
Mm. And the man on the right,
Good.
like he's trying to
Good.
he's like, is it okay to say he's trying to hit on her?
Yeah,
He's
he's
trying
hitting
to
on her. Yeah,
say
he is hitting on her. I agree. He's hitting on her. He's chatting her up. Yeah,
he's
certainly.
chatting.
Yeah, hitting on her is great. That's certainly good. I think it's more American than British to hit
Mm-hmm.
on somebody, but it's fine. It's good. Oh, it's disappeared. Hit on somebody.
And the other man, he's sat there, looking at them, not
Good.
not happily.
Yeah, disappointed
But
maybe.
disappointed.
It's a bit disappointed. Absolutely. He looks a bit disappointed there, a bit lonely. Yeah.
And then yes, and then the woman doesn't mind it. I see she's enjoying the attention.
Good. Again, yeah, she's enjoying the attention, certainly. Good.
And then next, the second man sat up. No, sorry, stood up,
Stood up. Good. Good.
and was trying to tell him to like leave her alone.
Maybe, yeah,
Or
maybe to leave her alone. I thought maybe even to give him some space. You notice he's at the end and they're far away and they get closer and they get closer. And in
and
the
he
end,
doesn't have.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but they're certainly getting closer to him.
Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, they're getting closer, and he doesn't have space, and they got into his personal
Good, yeah,
space.
into his personal space. Good. They invaded his personal space. Absolutely, invade somebody's personal space.
And the other man stood up and wants to hit him, and he
Good.
hit him.
Good, yeah,
He's
excellent. And so,
angrily, yeah.
how
They
can we
got
say
into a
this?
fight.
Yeah, indeed. He angrily starts. I would normally say beating him up. Yeah, just if you mean many times, hitting him many times is beating him up. I would
Beating
use
him
that
up.
up. Of
Okay.
course, you can say he starts punching him as well. If you want to say many times, that also is clear. He starts punching him.
Uh-huh.
Good.
Okay. And the woman, she was shocked by what was happening, and she rushed to see if the other man is okay.
Yeah, she rushed over to the other man.
Over.
It is very good with this rush over to somebody. She rushed over to the other man, to the man lying on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And the other man is sad because of probably the woman is not interested in him anymore.
Good. Yes, he was too aggressive. He was too violent. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think she feels sorry for the guy on the floor. Yeah, she feels sorry for the guy on the floor, and so she's looking after him. She's trying to nurse him back to health. And yeah, we would usually use this feel sorry for somebody, and it means like take pity on somebody, but take pity on somebody is more literary, really. Feel sorry for is everyday English.
Mm-hmm. Feel sorry for him.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, keep going. You've got a slightly different one on this next one. You've still got 5 minutes left. After 5 minutes, we'll stop. But there's some good words here. It's slightly different because you've got the dogs.
Okay, so there's two people walking their dogs in the park.
Technically there are, but I agree that most natives say there is two people. They do, but it should be there are two people.
Okay, there are two people walking their dogs in the park, and the dogs they are very playful and
Good.
started
Good.
to run around
Good.
and tangle and
Good.
got
Yes.
the man tangled up.
Good. Excellent. They got the man tangled up. That's great. I like the way you said it. Very, very clear. Very good. They got the man tangled up. Yeah, you can say entangled as well. They got the man entangled. It's the same as tangled up. But tangled up, I think, is more common. I think that one's the best one. They got the
Okay.
man entangled. They got him tangled up.
Okay. And he, yes.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear us, Rodica? I think her connection has suddenly dropped. That was a shame. She's doing very well there. That was very, very good. There were some good words here, like get tangled up. It's certainly one to remember. To get tangled up or to get entangled. Wires get tangled up. I've got loads of computer wires under the desk and they always get tangled up like that. And so it's a good one. So girls, can you see any other words that you can see on this picture? While we don't have Rodica, tell me, Cecile, Yelena, can you see any more vocab on this picture? Yeah, they've got tangled up. What else can we say? So what do the man and woman what starts to happen between the couple? Cecile?
Oh, it's gone.
Go on, what do you think, girls?
We can see that there is a connection that that is coming between the man and the woman.
Good.
Because at first they look to be surprised, then they look at each other and not in the eye, but they seem to appreciate to be closer.
Good.
And
They seem to appreciate being closer. There's a romantic connection. They appreciate is gerund. They appreciate being closer or getting closer, I would say. They appreciate getting closer, yeah, or being closer to each other. You can say being. They appreciate being closer to each other.
So they appreciate getting closer to each other. And the dogs
Don't like this close
together.
connection.
Sorry, the dogs don't like the close connection.
Yeah.
Good. Good. And so what happens towards the end?
The dogs untangled the leashes.
Good. The dogs untangle their leashes. Excellent. Yeah, the dogs untangle themselves, untangle their leashes, untangle their leads as well as possible. But leash is good. Leash is a synonym of lead. Their leashes. And so, yeah, excellent. They untangle their leashes, they untangle their leads and start to pull their owners apart. Yeah, they pull their owners apart. Yeah, excellent. Because they start kissing, I suppose. The owners start kissing, and so they try to pull the owners apart. Okay, fantastic. No other words you can see there? Anything else you can see in the picture? No?
Can we say that the dogs are barking to each other?
Barking, not to, barking. Good for barking. Good. Barking at each other. They're barking at each other. And I think this is like other words like shout or scream, at. Yeah, they're also at. Other words which are loud when you're doing it. It's not like talking to or speaking to somebody. It's more violent and more aggressive. And remember that we even say we do have a talk at phrasal verb, talk at somebody. And when you talk at somebody, it means you don't care if they're listening or not. It's a very negative phrasal verb for how somebody speaks, because it's when somebody does not care and does not even seem interested in the other person's reaction. They just keep talking and talking and talking, and they're not interested in how the other person reacts. So it's a negative way of describing how somebody is talking. But yeah, at is very often aggressive, shouting at somebody, barking at somebody, screaming at somebody. There's always aggression there. Well, not always with at, but in a lot of cases, at means aggressive. I mean, here's another example. Throw something to me is nice. It's throw a ball to me so I can catch it. But throw a ball at me is aim it at me so that it's going to hurt me. It's exactly the same with kick something at somebody and kick something to somebody. If you kick something to somebody, you're passing the ball like in football. But if you kick the ball at somebody, you want it to hit them and hurt them. And so there's always that aggression, it seems to me, or not always, but very often with the preposition at, there's some aggression. Okay. Excellent. Well, we'll stop there for today. But that was really good. I'm sure we'll see Rodica another time. Perhaps she's lost. I saw she was outside there. That was the first student who was outside. So perhaps she lost power or something like that, or just lost connection. But that was great. I'm going to try to get as many new faces as possible over the next few weeks. So I'm going to try and make sure that the new students can come, because I'm a bit worried that the old students are the ones that always know about the classes. So I'll try to make sure that we get some new faces for the next few weeks. But I'm sure we'll do some more in future. And please, you can find this book on the in the Grammar Shed at the top. I think it's at the top of the let me have a look. I think it's at the top of the section called Book Live Classes here, although it might not be. Is it there? It's okay. It's not there anymore. Perhaps it's just gone down. I'll put it back up again anyway. I'll put the book at the top of the Grammar Shed so you can all just download it. Okay.
Dave, can I ask you
Please.
something?
Please.
Can we watch the previous lessons somewhere?
Yeah, you can watch them on YouTube. The live classes are on YouTube.
No, they are on YouTube.
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah, sometimes I have to cut parts out because it's not easy to put everything that you say on YouTube. I have to censor myself on YouTube. There are some topics which I can't mention or which you can't mention as well. But most of the time it's on YouTube. And so just go to my website, my channel. Mr. Skype Lessons is my channel. Yeah, Mr. Skype Lessons like that.
YouTube is not that available here now, see?
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, you can use a proxy. What's it called? A VPN. It's possible to still see you watch YouTube with a VPN. I know because I was there and I was using YouTube when I was there. And so yeah, I know it's still possible with a VPN. But if not that, then you can see. I usually put the latest one up on my website at the bottom as well. And that's not through YouTube. It's through my own website, so it should certainly be available there too.
I was watching for them there on your site.
Yeah, I will put this one. I'll put this one up on the website as well. I will.
Thank you.
Okay, fantastic. We'll see you soon then, girls.
Thank you very much.
Have a great couple of weeks and speak soon. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye, Dave.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.